Hello, I'm Uma Arora from Tutors.com, and in today's video we are going to learn about Amrita's story. So we are going to cover the given subtopics today. The first one is how Kejadli village got its name, and the next one is Chipko movement. So if you talk about Kejadli village, that's a village near Jodhpur in Rajasthan, and the village got its name because of the many Kejadi trees that grew there. Well, there is a story related to the Khijadli village. So, around 3 years ago, there used to be a king who ordered to cut all the trees so that he can make his palace from that wood. But the villagers of that village were in love with all the forest because they had a belief that they get everything from the forest, from water, shelter, food. So they had a thought to protect their forest. And there used to be a girl named Amrita who fought for saving the Khijadi trees and eventually died while saving them. So, so she and her some other dwellers embraced the tree while king's men came to cut the trees. She went to the tree that the men were about to cut and she put her arms around the tree and hugged it tightly. The king's men shouted and threatened her, but Amrita didn't let go of the tree. On seeing this, Amrita's daughter and hundreds of villagers, old and young, hugged the trees in order to protect them, and many people, including Amrita and her daughters, died to save the tree. So, on the next slide, there's a picture of Amrita saving trees from the king's men. Well, this movement got famous by the name of Chipko movement. Let's talk about the same movement in detail. So, as we learned on the previous slide, that the Chipko movement was first started by Amrita Devi while protesting against a king's men to cut the tree. If you talk about the modern Chipko movement that started in the early 1970s when the government passed an order to make sports good manufacturing company in the Uttarakhand forest area. As all the local residents were dependent on the forest, they realized the fact that they can't live without forest, but the forest can live without them. So it's their duty to save the forest as they get food, shelter and water from it. So if you talk about Chakpu movement, it's a movement where the villagers hug the trees, saving them by interposing their bodies between them and the contractor's axes. And the Chapko movement uh, gained major victory in 1980s with a 15-year ban of green felling in the Himalayan forest of that state by the order of Mrs. Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India. And since then, the movement has spread to many states in the country. Now let's talk about the major heroes of this movement. You must have heard of Mr. Sundarlal Bahuguna. Well, he is a renowned follower of Gandhiji with a group of volunteers and women started the non-violent protest by clinging or hugging to the trees to save them from felling. Well, he has a slogan for the Chipko movement which was ecology is permanent economy. The next hero was Mr. Chandi Prasad Bhatt. He encouraged the development of local industries based on the conservation and sustainable use of forest wealth for local benefit. Thus, we can say that Chipko movement is an important environmental movement which has gained considerably popularity and success by adopting a non-violent method, and the movement paved the way for many such environmental methods in the country. So this was all about Chipko movements. On the next slide, few questions are there for you to practice. You can pause the video here and you can give them a try. Once you are done with the questions, you can resume the video to check your answers. Well, congratulations if all of your answers are correct and you have performed amazingly well throughout the video. So thank you for watching this video. For more, please visit justtutors.com.